waiting in the cool morning air to cast their vote in an election described by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed as proof of his commitment to democracy after decades of repressive rule in a country divided along ethnic lines, ravaged by war in the north and a looming economic crisis.
The most important thing for me as a voter is maintaining peace and security. I want peace and security to be stable, and I'm here to vote for the person who I think will achieve that for me.
Campaigning on a ticket of prosperity and reform, Abiy Ahmed has promised to unite Ethiopia. After coming to power 3 years ago, he created a whirlwind of ambitious reforms. He freed political prisoners and welcomed exiles back to the country. His crowning glory was striking a peace deal with Eritrea, earning him international praise and a coveted Nobel Peace Prize. But despite early signs of political and economic reforms, his opponents say any progress has been marred by repression and a violent war in the country's northern Tigray region. Last November, Abiy Ahmed sent in troops to depose the regional government of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, opposed to his rule. Forces loyal to him are accused of terrible atrocities, massacres, and sexual violence. Last week, the UN said 350,000 people were now in the grip of a crushing famine in the north. Abiy Ahmed's Prosperity Party is expected to win the election hands down. Over 37 million of the country's 115 million people are registered to vote this year. But conflict and problems with voting registration has delayed the election in a fifth of the country's constituencies until September. In Oromia, Ethiopia's most populous region, opposition leaders are also boycotting the vote. And there is no voting taking place in Tigray because of the conflict. Despite fears of violence, the vote has largely been peaceful so far. Millions of people have turned out to vote today, and for many, it's their first time. They say they want peace, and for Abiy to deliver on his promises of prosperity for all.
Well, we can speak to Jamal now in Addis Ababa. Jamal, when do we expect a result?
Yes, Jackie. Polls were extended for a couple of hours this evening, and they have just closed. The initial results are scheduled to be announced within 5 days, the final results within 23 days. But that could take longer because some of the regions are holding elections later in the year. There is a horrific war going on in the northern region of Tigray and parts of Oromia, where Abiy is not popular anyway, but he is counting on the Harari and the Somali regions, where he is expected to win. So whatever happens, Abiy is likely to remain the Prime Minister of Ethiopia.
So what is at stake here for Abiy Ahmed in this election?
Yes, Abiy is facing huge problems everywhere. Here at home, there is a war going on. There is ethnic conflicts in many parts of the country. There are economic worries, and Ethiopians want him to negotiate with the rebels and opposition groups to bring a lasting peace to the country. Regionally, there is a border dispute with the neighboring Sudan. There is tension with Egypt. One of the biggest projects Ethiopia is building is the dam. And it might make Abiy popular here at home, but in Egypt and Sudan, they are worried that after the dam is completed, they will get less water. Internationally, Western countries have been raising concerns over human rights abuses in the Tigray region, so have been pressuring Abiy to reach a peace deal with the rebel movements in there. After all, Abiy was given a Nobel Peace Prize, and people are asking him to deliver.
Jamal, thanks very much.